Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Angel, aka The Angelic Muse. I'm an intuitive tarot reader as well as a certified Reiki practitioner. And as you can see from the title of this video, I am back with another pick a card reading. In this one, we are going to be focusing on self-care, self-healing, whatever it is that you need to know regarding that. So as you can see, we have 3 Oracle piles for you to choose from. This is the tarot deck I will be using. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So if you'd like to take a moment now so that you can pause the video and gravitate towards whichever pile you and your intuition agree on, whether that is 1 or all 3 piles, is entirely up to you. However, if you do not gravitate towards any of them, then that simply means this is not your reading. However, I do hope you head over to my page so that you can check out one of the other ones, because obviously something brought you here. So without further ado, I'm going to be getting into pile 1, and I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Oh, also, if you would like to book a personal session with me, you can do so down below in the description box. My link will be there, as well as my social if you want to connect with me over there. So without further ado, I'm going to get into pile 1, and I will see you all at your timestamp. Hey pile 1, welcome to your self-care reading. So oracle's up at the top, tarot's at the bottom. Starting out with your oracle, we have speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. We have today I choose. Today I will only surround myself with people who support me. We have intuition. No less than the fucking stars. Just kidding, but seriously though. And we have read. We have today I am special. Today I will realize that I am a unique, one of a kind person. And then we have stay present. That's where life happens. And then at the bottom here, we have the 4 of Wands in reverse for your tarot. We have 4 of Swords, Queen of Cups, 9 of Swords upright, and then we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So right off the bat, when I pulled your oracle first, and then I pulled the tarot card. But based off the oracle alone, I could already tell your sense of community was off. The 4 of Wands here confirmed that, with in reverse confirmed that for me. You're currently, as far as self-care goes, a big part of your self-care is going to be surrounded by the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you allow into your inner circle, whether this be friends, family, or a relationship. It doesn't really matter, but there is someone or a few people even that are conflicting with who it is that you are at your core. Like, they're not pouring into you in a way that is conducive to your growth. If anything, they're stunting it. However, a part, if not all of you, is allowing it to happen. So the self-care part is going to come in when you are able to stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself and allow yourself to be heard in a way that is equal to, if not more than, the people that are pouring into you now, because they're pouring shit. Is like, honestly, I don't know how else to word it, but it's negative. It's stunting your growth. It's keeping you in a box, and it doesn't make you feel like good about yourself. And if this is you and the way you speak to yourself, then that is what needs to stop. You're not going to find that healing point unless you start from the ground up. So with the speak up and speak out, let your voice be heard loud and clear. This is a testament to you owning who you are as a person. This is your life and not anyone else's. And it's on you to find that sense of control over it and allow yourself honor yourself and the ability, use your voice and know that that is your birthright. You know, at the end of the day, we all are allowed to, the free will is on all of us. It's not on someone else to control you and tell you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's some kid shit. You are a full grown adult. Hopefully you're 18 and up listening to this. But if you're not, I mean, at the end of the day, there's going to be a sense of authority over you to look out for you in your best interest, but you still have to be discerning. I'm not here for kids, okay? So we're not going to keep it there. But if you're over the age of 18, you have the ability and the right to make your own decisions. If you're not hurting anybody, you're not harming anybody, and you're just trying to live your best fucking life, then that is your right in order to do that. and you have to be able to step out on faith here. And like it says, today I will only surround myself with people who support me. If there's somebody who's not supporting you, and again, you're not harming anybody, you're not hurting anyone, and they're just not supporting you just for the fuck of it because they're closed minded, or they're losing, or they just don't want to see you win, then it's on you to remove them from that space. And if you don't have the ability to remove them from it, at least be able to limit contact. And if you can't limit contact, whatever it is, let that shit fly in one ear and out the other. Don't even internalize it, because it's not doing you any good, and it's keeping you down. It's keeping you low, and it's keeping you in a vibrational state that is dark, and it's dense, and it's uncertain. And this is why you're not able to make decisions for yourself that are grounded in faith, that are grounded in confidence, because you're always in this uncertain, unsure energy about yourself, and you can't seem to tap into that intuitive side of you because you have somebody calling the shots for your life. You have intuition and read here for these two cards, and I feel like you obviously are being called to tap into your intuition. But here, there's an unalome on this book. Now, mind you, you can't see it, but I got one tattooed on my finger. I need to touch it up. I got this like years ago. But unalome, well, that symbol is a symbolic of overcoming adversities on your path to enlightenment. So just understanding that these people that are in your circle are just like stepping stones, and they're there not to literally have you, like, granted, they may be in a stage where they're calling shots over your life, or you're allowing them to dictate whatever moves it is that you make. But they're actually there to teach you how to set boundaries. They're actually there to teach you how to find your own voice, because this is just a challenge or a path. That's just the way your life is set up specifically, is for you to own it. And like, the challenge is there not to keep you there, but to help you to get over that hump, that bump in the road, and to say, oh wow, I can do this for myself. You got to do it scared, do it uncomfortable, but just do it. And it's not saying you got to be a bitch about it. Nobody's saying you got to be an asshole, nothing like that. But I'm saying, like, to stand in your power, you can do that and still remain in your feminine receptive energy if you're a woman. There are so many ways to do that. You can look on YouTube and see and look up how to stay in your feminine energy, but still assert yourself in a way where you get what it is that you need in life, or whatever it is you desire in life. Appearance is no less than the fucking stars. Just kidding, but seriously though. So I feel like a part of you is like you may mask your pain with humor, but at the end of the day, that shit ain't funny. And I'm telling you that from a place of care and concern, because I've been there before. And sometimes we do get to a point where it's like, okay, laugh to keep them crying. Okay, to a point, to an extent, that's fine. But when it starts to do this type shit to you, that's when it's not funny anymore. And I'm really passionate about this because I've been here before, and I know exactly where you are, and it's on you. Because at the end of the day, if you let this shit simmer and you let it harbor, and you let it become you, it'll harden you to a point where you're gonna let years pass you by, and then you'll find yourself like not being able to navigate through these things when it really, really, really matters. Like now, but like even in this, it's like I feel like you're so used to this energy that you just kind of stay quiet. Seven of Wands in reverse, that is not the energy of someone who's standing up for themselves. They kind of just let shit be what it is. Like they just let people talk down to them. They just let people talk shit to them. They just let people, they don't have that sense of power or authority within themselves, so they don't know how to outwardly express it. So they just shut up to keep the peace. But what peace? But you're not at peace. You're not at peace. Today I'm special. Today I will realize that I'm a unique, one of a kind person. So I feel like for a majority of you, like, first of all, you're listening to a tarot reading. This is not for everybody. You know what I mean? So I feel like you're different in your own right as it is. And maybe someone like picks on you for it. Maybe this is about realizing, like it says, I'm unique. I'm one of a kind. God made me. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, just like the next person. And I'm going to own that. Like I'm not weird. I'm not crazy. You know what I mean? Like and it doesn't even have to be tarot related. I'm just saying, like in general, you may have hobbies or interests that are just so foreign to the average person that they just don't understand it. And people tend to fear shit that they don't fucking know at the end of the day. So it's like, it's not on me to validate you with my, like, but saying, oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I am weird. No, the fuck you're not. You're not weird. You may be different. And what the hell is wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I'll wait. I don't know. I'm just getting real passionate. It's only the first pile. Look, let me tell you something. First of all, you pick the first pile. Number one, prioritize yourself first. Stay present. That's where life happens. I feel like maybe, okay, again, I feel like your sense of community is off, like I said, but I feel like here, stay present. That's where life happens. You may get into these moments where you feel like, oh, I can finally, like, I'm getting this momentum, or, I'm feeling good about myself right now, and X, Y, and Z. But then past memories or just shit that people have said to you tend to take precedence over what is actually going on in the moment. Life happens in the present. You use that shit as fuel to keep the fuck going. I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to revert back to that. I don't want to internalize that shit. So let me, excuse my cursing. Oh my gosh, but I'm just so like, I don't know. Like if I knew you personally, like if you were sitting across the table from me and I was doing this reading for you, I may or may not be cursing this much, but the point I'm trying to make is that, like, I'm so passionate about this because I've been here. You know what I mean? Like, do not allow the bully, do not allow the crowd to intimidate you, because the bully is intimidated by you. The crowd is intimidated by you because they see the differences in you, and they're like, "Oh, nah, we gotta shut that shit down. That's going against the grain. We're not going against the grain, bitch. I don't care what you are doing. I know what I'm doing." And that's just that on that, okay? Like I said, you ain't gotta come off disrespectful. You ain't gotta call nobody bitch, whatever. But I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta get with people. It says no less than the fucking stars, and you're not kidding, because it says seriously though. And those two cards, for them to come out like that, like it's just very telling. It's like, listen, you internally on the inside, you deserve everything, because right now you're getting nothing. And the shit that, or the shit that you are getting is just not worth it. You may be like, I mean, I don't know why with this read book, I get like someone, maybe you are a bookworm, and you're quiet and you're like shy or something like that, or just whatever. You don't have to be a book shy or quiet to be a bookworm. I'm just saying, maybe you just give off that like reserved type energy where somebody feel like they can play in your face. Bitch, I will put this book down and get right with you. Like, don't play with me. I'll put this book down and tell you something I done learned, okay? Like, but what I'm getting is that, like, first of all, you may be able to write a book on your life, for one. Maybe you've been through a lot of hardships or things like that. Or maybe you're just an inspiration to other people and you just don't know it. Like, you may have an interest in life. Because, like, honestly, like, I don't know. Like, you may have an interest in life where you've overcome so many things and people have so much to learn from you. But what I'm getting from it, it's like it's two sides to it. There's actually multiple sides to it. But one other thing that came to me, and I cannot not mention it, is that I feel like with reading, you're getting information from an outside source versus yourself. So I feel like this is you absorbing information that's not even your own and internalizing it once again. But then you have intuition on this side. It's like that came out first. It's like, what are you feeding your intuition? What are you feeding yourself? It's very colorful. Like, I'm seeing a lot of colors right now, and I feel like this is just you on the inside, but on the outside it's just so bland. It's just so like blah, because you've just been hurt. You've just been told, okay, we can only be black and white. We cannot fill ourselves with color. We cannot tap into the colorful sides of ourselves. I'm sorry, I touched the mic. We can't tap into the colorful sides of ourselves because that's just going too much off the surface, off the beaten path. But anyway, down here with your tarot, like I said, Four of Wands, your sense of community is off. Over here, Seven of Wands, defensive. You obviously can't find that footing to defend yourself. But all of this is on the inside here. You got the Four of Swords, where you need to rest. You need to find solace. You need to get away from that. Like, that Three of Swords energy is so hard to maneuver through when you're in it sometimes. This is you moving into a place of like rest, recuperation, and not taking anything in. You're just sleeping. You're just quiet. You're just not internalizing anything. You're allowing your dreams to lead the way. And this is where I feel like you find yourself most comfortable at. Like, this is where you find your peace. Maybe you sleep a lot, but this is, you got to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get moving. It's time to get going. And with this Queen of Cups energy, I feel like this is you at your core. She's in the middle of the whole entire spread. This is you in tune with your emotions. This is you flowing with energy, flowing with love, flowing with emotion, just being yourself. I don't care if you like are male or female or not. I'm saying, like, when you, as far as receiving goes, I'm not going to say you're a queen if you're a male, obviously, but what I'm saying is that, like, as far as receiving goes and being in that receptive feminine energy, when you as far as what is being poured into you, you want that to be all positive things, like things that uplift you, people that pour into you, people that give you grace, people that love on you, that help you to see yourself for who you truly are, which is someone who is amazing. And not only that, but her back is towards this Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands energy. Granted, over here the Four of Wands is in reverse, but she's definitely navigating, or like just centered more towards this Four of Swords energy, where I said it's like rest. If you prefer to like sleep, or just you're like the dreamy type, and you're just more content when you're by yourself in your own space. I feel like this is when you can naturally be yourself, and this is what you would rather pour more energy into versus your outside circumstances. And it fucking sucks, because it's like, these are the people that, like, if this is family, this is people you call your friends, this is a relationship, these are people that are supposed to be like your tribe. These are the people that are supposed to be there for you. They're the closest thing to you, so they're going to have the most impact on you. I feel like in order, with your self-care journey, you're going to have to do some process of elimination type shit, or at least have the conversation where it's like, listen, we cannot continue on like this. If you're going to be a part of my life, then this shit gotta stop, because I cannot continue on in my healing journey. I cannot continue on and be who God has called me to be if I have to be surrounded by this shit constantly. Like, what is so wrong with you that you feel like you need to tell me what's wrong with me constantly? Like, it's just so much. And with this Nine of Swords energy, this is just a defeat. It's defeat. And this is why you feel defenseless, because you feel defeated, because you feel like, I have no reason to, like, this is a stage where you're almost at a point where you're like, I can't go on no more, but you're not at the Ten of Swords energy, thankfully. May feel like it, but it's like, you're not there. You have time to turn this around. You have, I mean, and no, as long as you got breath in your body, air in your lungs, you have time to turn it around. But it's on you to take that next step. And you know, you're here for a reason. You're hearing this for a reason. Your outer circle, or your inner circle, whatever you want to call it, that is stunting your growth. That is stunting your healing process. And I feel like you know that. This is just confirmation for you. And when it comes to your self-care and your self-healing, you got to choose yourself. And in choosing yourself, that means choosing people that see you, that feel you, that hear you, because it makes you question your own self-worth. It makes you invalidate your own self and say, well, damn, am I really that bad? Or I am that bad. And when you speak shit like that over your life, there is nothing good that comes from it. Absolutely nothing. And you will never be the best you that God has chosen you to be. Again, like I said, this is just a hurdle that you are, like, it's placed on your life for a reason. It's not supposed to be a burden to you. It's supposed to be what allows you to elevate, allows you to grow and see yourself for who you are. The moment you speak up and you feel that, and you might do it, trust me, like I said, I've been here before, you might do it shaky. Like, your voice might literally shake when it comes to confrontation. You might be like trembling, or like, shit, maybe your body naturally reacts to it in a way, or you feel like you want to cry, or you're like, oh God, I can't do it. I can't. Yes, you can. I'm telling you from experience, you can do it. You can do it. And guess what? If they don't respect it, then they gotta go. That's just it. They gotta go. Find somebody else to play with. And that's just that. But as far as your self-care, your healing goes, look, this is pretty black and white. Again, no less than the stars. You are a star. Okay? And don't stop masking your pain with laughter or jokes all the time. Like, oh, it's okay. No, it's not. That right there, that's where you can start. If you want to start with anything, when somebody says something to you, like, or like maybe people like pick on you, like you're like the butt of the joke or some shit. It's like, it's not funny no more. It's not funny because it hurts. And it's time for, again, Queen of Cups energy, very in tune with her emotions. She knows what the fuck is going on inside, if nothing else. It's like, I don't play with me no more. That's what you gotta taste. I don't play with me. I'm not, this isn't a joke. It's not a game. This is my life. This is my confidence. This is my self-esteem. This is my self-worth. This is how I think about myself. This is how I view myself. This is how I choose my relationships. And if I had to choose, if I had a choice, like if this is family that does this shit, trust me, let me tell you something. I already know. If this is family and they like, it's gonna be moments where you're like, damn, if I could choose, I wouldn't have chose this family. I wouldn't have chose this because from a smaller perspective, it might look like that. But guess what? This family is yours for a reason. Like I said, because it's supposed to be a stepping stone. And sometimes it's hard for us to get past. Like, damn, this is family. I don't want to talk to them like that. But they talking to you like that. No, you got to get with people sometimes. I'm not saying like you got to do it from a disrespectful standpoint. It's just about sticking up for yourself. But you do have to be stern. You do have to be real. You do have to be honest. You have to be powerful. Like I said, I don't care if your voice shakes or not. Get your point across. Write that shit down if you need to and recite it a million times if you got to before you go ahead and say it. But make sure you say it because this right here, mm-mm. If you were my friend, I'm telling you right now, child, let me tell you something. Anyway, Pile One, this is what I'm seeing for you. This is what I'm seeing for you, and it is real, it's honest, and I pray it resonates. I pray it helps, and I pray it helps you to stand up for yourself and be who you, like I said, who you are and who God calls you to be. You gotta understand God wrote your name on this life path. God wrote your name in this. Like literally, like you are just as special, just as unique, just as powerful, just as worthy as the next person, especially if they're talking down on you. I'm telling you, the hurt people at the end of the day. And that's just that you're not a hurt person. Like you're not the type of person who's hurt and who's gonna hurt other people. But you don't also want to turn into that too. Because if you let this shit sit with you long enough, you'll get old and old and older. And you're going to get to a point where you're like, damn, I have so much regret in me that now I'm bitter. Don't harden yourself based off the actions of other people. Do not allow them to do that to you. Do not allow them to take that spark away from you. Like I said, you are a queen in this spread, male, female, or whatever. I don't care. Anyway, Pie One, I hope this resonates with you. Please let me know down in the comments if it does, if you feel called to, whatever, like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So as you can see, we have the Oracle at the top and then the Tarot at the bottom here. So starting with your Oracle cards, we have when you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. Today I am excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. Make an altar. With a license to chill, wax the hell off the task at hand. Spend time with friends. Today I am focused. Today I will be productive and feel good about doing the hard work that I need to do. And then you have you must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. And then for the tarot at the bottom, we have Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Hierophant, and then the High Priestess. So starting up here with your Oracle cards, I feel like you need to loosen up a bit as far as your self-care, self-healing journey goes. And I don't mean it in a like bad way where you're like stuck up or anything like that. I just mean when I say loosen up, I feel like you're the responsible type. I'm just gonna go real quick. Queen of Pentacles energy, very responsible, very homey, very like what's the word I'm looking for? Like she uses her discernment with pretty much everything and anything she does. But I feel like a part of you you're just a bit too, I don't want to say too responsible, but you're just too like rigid. And I think it would do you good if you like just allowed some things to just be what they were, with this wax the hell off the task at hand. Maybe you're the type that keeps a schedule. It's like, okay, A, B, and C is how this is going to be. Like it's never like off. You never go off the path that you're used to. So you may wake up in the morning and have the same routine. You may not get out much. You may just be kind of the type who is like, okay, I have to take care of the kids. I got to take care of the home. I got to do my schoolwork. I got to go to work. I got to pay these bills. Like it's just more so that's the energy I'm getting here. Like you don't really have much that excites you because you already know what to expect. But like it says, when you find something that excites you, go out and enjoy the ride. And when you think of taking a ride, like just for the hell of it, you go sightseeing and you don't know what you're going to pop up on. I think this is about enjoying the smaller things, the things that you used to maybe enjoy as a child, and going with that. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but just even if you found yourself again and you find what you have fun with, spending time with your friends. If you haven't seen them in a while, that would do you some good because you don't think too much about your responsibilities when you're in the midst of friends. When you're having fun, you don't really think about what needs to be taken care of. I think that on the flip side of spending time with friends, it's a lot more loud over here. But when it comes time for you to go back home and like you want that quiet time to yourself, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I think as far as making an altar, if you don't already have one, or just some sort of place where you can go for peace, where you can go for prayer, where you can go to like unwind and not have so much responsibility on you, that would really, 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 really help you out into finding that excitement with you again. You have excitement twice in a row. I do feel like there's a sense of dull energy here. Not that you're dull, but just that your life is just so set already. Like it's like I already know I'm going to wake up and go to sleep, and I know what happens in between. This is about taking that, like just chilling, just relaxing, just not really creating that plan. Like maybe taking one day out the week to just see what pops up and go and taking that and running with it. That would definitely help you to heal that, maybe that childlike energy within you, because I feel like you're too busy being a responsible adult. And it's like you may be the type to look at other people and be like, well, they're not responsible at all and they still get shit taken care of. Like, why is it not like that for me? Like, why can't I catch a break? Like, where's my fun? Where's my sense of freedom? It's like it's right there. It's just waiting for you to go take advantage of it. And it's going to look differently from you and from them in comparison to you, and vice versa. Like it may not look exactly how their lives look, but it'll be more fitting for you, where you can still keep your home intact, the kids intact, the family, the work life, whatever, the schooling, whatever it is. You won't necessarily, I don't think you're the type who would just let everything the hell go. You might want to do that, but I don't think you're the type to just say, oh, fuck it, like I'm just not going to do anything. That's not in you, and that's an amazing quality to have, and it's going to take you far. But it also has a way of blocking you and hindering you, because you don't allow yourself that time to just be free and to let loose and to just go out and just see where the fucking wind takes you sometimes. I think here today I'm focused. I will be productive and feel good about doing the hard work that I need to do. I think this is also when you are in that responsibility mode or a responsible mode, actually making it fun for yourself. Like you can still be focused, you can still feel good, but it's just feeling good about the hard work you need to do. So you may look at it like, oh my gosh, like I don't feel like doing this I don't feel like going to work. It's like, okay, granted, you may not like your job at all, but like what small thing can you do to make it worth your while? Like, for example, not making it about myself, but like when I worked at Amazon, I used to work in a warehouse, and granted, we weren't supposed to have headphones in there, but I had my headphone in every single day. I would wrap a scarf around my ears in my head, and like I would have a tiny the little earbuds. I put it in there and hide it with a scarf. And for 10 hours straight, I would just listen to whatever I wanted to listen to, YouTube, my music, whatever, and it would just make the 10 hours go by so much easier. Even though I had to stand on my feet all day and pick boxes and do all and pack them, or whatever, not packing them, I was just doing whatever I was doing. And I couldn't stand that job. It was draining. It did nothing for me. It didn't make me feel good. The only good thing about it was the check. Like I knew I was getting paid. and it was a fairly easy job, but it's like just being somewhere you don't want to be, it can drain the life out of you. So how can you make it worth your while? Something small like that, like a headphone. And then I would put it somewhere to where the metal detectors wouldn't sense it when I went to leave out. It was just this whole big thing. But you got to find ways to make shit work for you. It's something as simple as that. Or like, say, for example, you're like, oh, I don't feel like going to school, or I don't feel like studying for this. Study in small increments if you can. Like, just kind of make it fun for yourself, or just at least lighten the load so it doesn't feel like this one big crazy ass task. It's like, oh no, I can do it in bite-sized pieces, come back to it. I can go grab me something to eat. I can take mini breaks in between so that it doesn't feel so overwhelming, but I can still get the hard work done. I can still be productive, and I can feel good about it in the midst of all that. I feel like a lot of you with this "you must forgive" card, I feel like a lot of you are the way you are based off of your past. So maybe like you're the type who sets the schedule because you've been super irresponsible in the past. So you're like, oh, I never want to get back to that again. But it's like, granted, I don't feel like you will, even if you let loose just a little bit, especially when it comes to like self-care, like just, or being able to heal that part of yourself. You got to be able to forgive, like, okay, yeah, I messed up in the past, I'm not going to do it again. I can ease up a little bit, because if you continue to be like that, you're just going to burn out and be in like a 10 of wands type energy. Meanwhile, you got 10 of cups down here, but we'll get into that in a minute. But you'll be in this 10 of cups type energy where you're just constantly like on overload, constantly never finding a moment to be still, to be in your own element, to be able to pray about it. And I think you take a lot of it on into your hands because you don't have anything to rely on. Like, ask yourself, when's the last time you really sat down, got quiet, and you prayed? And I don't mean in a way where you're like just a quick like saying my grace for food or something like that. I mean like you literally, like you just prayed and talked to God and had that conversation with him, and you're just like really being vulnerable and being yourself, and not without all the responsibilities and the things in your day-to-day attached to you, just being who you are at your core. I think that would do you so much good if you were to just like really be honest with yourself and the things that you need to forgive in order to move past, so that you can be a greater version of yourself. Like I said, the qualities that you have are amazing. This Queen of Pentacles energy is amazing, but I can't help but to see how she is looking downward. She just seems so sad. Even though she's taking care of everything she needs to, she still feels a part of her is like missing. She still feels like a part of her has gotten lost in all these responsibilities. A part of her has gotten lost in who she has, this version of herself that she has created, that she just doesn't know how to get out of at this point. But you're a queen. Like you have a lot of amazing qualities that people aspire to have, but it's just that you're on overload. And I think you take pride in this sense of responsibility, but this sense of structure, this sense of discernment that you have, because it keeps you out of a lot of shit too. It keeps you out of a lot of trouble. It keeps you from doing the wrong shit, saying the wrong shit, being the wrong, you know what I mean? But it also, like I said, it creates this rigid version of yourself to where people, your people outside of you can probably sense that. They're probably like, oh, she's so responsible. This, like, you probably get so many compliments, or he's so responsible, whatever you are. You probably get so many compliments on how structured you are and stuff like that. But it's like, that's not all of me. That's not all I am. I'm so much more than this. I'm so much more colorful. I'm so much more like, I want to be excited about life. I'm tired of people telling me I'm responsible. I want somebody to tell me I'm fun. I want somebody to tell me I'm this and that. You know what I mean? It's going to be different for all of you. But I just can't help but sense the sadness within this card here. But it also is, I mean, I believe in the right away there's a rabbit there too, but the way that I'm seeing it is like this rabbit is like kind of coming out of the corner. It's like this rebirth, this fertility, like this tiny glimpse of like what could be is here. Then you have all of this waiting on you. Do you notice how like every single card, or other than the 10 of cups, because they're so focused on what they got going on, but how all of them are looking towards you? They're waiting on you to take advantage of these qualities, this curiosity with the Page of Cups, this sense of like, what if is here. The 10 of Cups here, like I said, this is this family vibe. But and granted, like I said, I feel like you're really family oriented. You're really like in tune with your surroundings. You're in tune with with what, like, you're the person, like, if you got kids in a relationship and things like that, you're the person who keeps track of all the appointments, things like that. You're the person who is the go-to for, like, oh, well, let me go ask mom or dad or whatever what's going on with this and that, and then you always have the answer. But see, with the Ten of Cups, this is a wish fulfillment card. This is having it all. This is being that structure, but also having that joy, that love, that peace, that serenity when you come home. It's not feeling like a job all over again. You know what I mean? It's not feeling like, oh my God, if I take one day off, shit's gonna fall the fuck apart. It's about having that ability to fall back on someone else or something else. And you may have a partner who is willing and able to meet you where you're at, but you're not taking advantage of that. And if you don't have that, this is about having that conversation, or utilizing the right resources in order so that you both can get there together. Because I don't sense that you have an unwilling partner. I just have a sense that maybe, if you have a partner at all, but I just sense that if you don't, and you're just by yourself taking on all this stuff, there is a sense of like, okay, you can have that. You just got to go take the right steps in order to obtain it. There's someone willing to meet you in the middle. There's someone willing to go further and above and beyond for you so that you both can have this Ten of Cups energy. But like I said, Page of Cups is all about being curious and just like what if type energy, kind of like in this learner beginning stage. And this is you falling back from this Queen title and moving into a page where you're just like, you know what? I'm in this space where I want to learn more about myself, where I want to be more, and I want to take the next step, but I want to do it at my own pace. Cups energy is like flowy. It just goes wherever the water. Thinking of water, like it just flows wherever it feels like it is what I'm getting the sense of. But like it just goes in each and every direction. It doesn't really have a sense of. I mean, it might be going forward, but then there's still parts of it, like the undercurrents and things like that you have to factor in too. But yeah, pretty much I'm just getting like this sense of like freedom and just the willingness to just go where the wind takes you. Now with this Hierophant card and the High Priestess, these are your two major arcanas here, and it's interesting that they came at the end, because I feel like what's going to happen is, if once you find the means to step into this Page of Cups energy, it's what it's going to do is create this sense of structure for you, where you don't have to rely so much on what you see in front of you. You can actually tap more into the intuitive side of you, and you can be okay and content with being somewhere in this gray area where you're not necessarily certain of which direction your life is going to go in, because you're going to be met with so many different opportunities that you understand, like, I can go this way, or I can go this way, or I can go that way, or another way. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's all going to lead me back to somewhere that I want to be. I don't have to have this one narrow way of going about things, because when you think of the Hierophant, that talks about like tradition, that talks about structure. So for some of you, you could, like I said, up here with this forgiveness card, or you must forgive if you want to be free card. For some of you, this may be you just kind of like having this undoing of what it is that you've learned thus far, and actually like going back to the drawing board. Like I said, Page of Cups is going to lead you to this space where you're in this beginner, like learner, like you are the student. You are no longer the teacher or the master of not necessarily your life, but just of everything going the hell on. Like you can literally sit back, learn some shit, and everything's not going to fall apart in the midst of you being in this stage of like learning, or in this learning curve. So, and it's going to create like this whole different, like you may do things differently, like your traditions might change, your way of living completely will change after this. It will change after this. It will. We'll have no choice but to go off course, and that off course is going to lead you like to roads and stuff that you are able to create. Like I'm picturing you going down one road. It has the cement, it has the asphalt, it has everything, it has the lines, it has the directions you're supposed to go in, it has the traffic lights, it has when you stop, when you go, and all that thing. But if you go off of that and you're met with like all this road, like open road, and like, or not even road, but just dirt and shit, it's like, oh wow, I'm going this way, I have to create a whole new road. But you realize that it all leads you back to yourself. I just pictured that in my mind's eye. But either way, tapping back into this, the High Priestess energy being your last card, like I said, I think you're going to really have this sense of, like, you're intuitive now, but you're also very grounded now. You rely on, like, maybe practical, tangible evidence in order to know that shit is okay. Like, okay, yeah, I took care of that. That's checked off the checklist. So I know I'm good off that. But this High Priestess energy is about just kind of wavering somewhere in the middle of that, where you're like, listen, it's going to get taken care of. And that's going to be factored in, not only based off of just you, like, being freer and letting go, but the people around you, your support system here in this Ten of Cups energy, having your back and understanding, like, okay, this is too much. Let me take this load off of him or her and allow them to be free and to open up their mind or expand their opportunities so that they're able to be stronger, better, a better version of themselves. And in turn, it's going to create like this brand new connection. And that's for those of you who are in partnerships currently. But for those of you who are not, if this is something you're aiming towards now, by the time you meet that person, it's going to be like, like you're just going to feel so much easier. You're going to breathe so much easier. But with this, I want to go double back real quick to this wax the hell off the task at hand. I'm thinking of the Karate Kid with the wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, where he was teaching him that. And if I'm not mistaken, he thought that was the most boring shit ever. And I felt like, and he did that for so long where it was like, oh my gosh, when am I going to learn something new? And I feel like this is you, like, literally, like, your day to day just feeling like, why am I, like, I don't feel this sense of excitement, this sense of joy for life anymore, like this thirst for the next day. Like, it's like, I'm trying to think of a movie. I'm pretty sure you probably know one where it's like every day would be I feel like it was a Disney movie or something like that. Oh my gosh. If you know a movie, like if you know a movie that like just kind of like every day was the same thing. I don't know why it's like on the tip of my mind. It's like I know it. I've seen it. If I can remember it, I'll like put it somewhere in here, like on the screen. Um I might even Google it to figure out because I know what the hell I'm thinking about right now. But yeah, like it was just like you kind of wake up, all right, alarm clock goes off at 6 a.m. and I got to be to bed by 8 p.m. every day type shit. And it's like, no, you know what? Being around friends, you know what? Being around your friends might actually help you to open your mind to like their lifestyles and things like that. Like, well, how do you do it? Because if you guys have similar like backgrounds or similar situations, even like you both go to work at a job you can't stand, or you both have kids, or you both have a family, or you both have studying or schooling that you need to do. Like, what do you do to keep it fun for yourself? Just having those conversations, candid conversations, would definitely do you well. But yeah, it's about kind of changing your perspective too. Like I said, when it comes to how you get these tasks done, even if you are in a position where you can't take off, like where you're like, oh, I can't let loose, blah blah, whatever. It's about making it work for you, and there are so many different ways to make it work for you. It's just about opening your mind to these things so you can get about this sadness and this isolation, or like not even, maybe not isolated, but just like this lonely energy of like, it's all on me, you know? So, but Pal 2, this is what I'm picking up for you. I hope that it resonates with you. If it does, please let me know down below in the comments. And as always, if you would like to book a personal session with me, that'll be down below in the description box as well. Thank you all so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or your night. Hey Pal 3, welcome to your reading. So, as you can see, we have your oracle cards up at the top and then your tarot at the bottom. So starting out with your oracle up here, we have say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. Today I am flexible. Today I will adapt to changes in my life with an open mind and a positive outlook. Nourish your temple. Pick one thing beyond your control and let it go, just like that. And you're cute as hell. Plan a vacation. Today I am brave. Today I will step up to every challenge with courage, and someone is in need of your love, offer it to them. And down here with your tarot, we have Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Tower, the Hermit, and the Three of Swords. So, starting up here with your oracle cards, the first thing that I noticed as I was pulling them out was the word baggage in this card and then the word vacation in this card. Now, weirdly enough, the reason that they both stuck out to me in the way that they did is because in order to go on vacation, stop! In order to go on a vacation, you typically need baggage. But with it saying leave the baggage behind for good, I feel like this is more so like a mental vacation you're being called to go on, because in the event that you can't go on a physical one, if you can, definitely do that. But I think that even if you were to go on a physical vacation, there's some baggage that still needs to be kind of dropped off or transmuted, and it's emotional baggage. It needs to be dropped off and transmuted into something that is actually used to propel you into this healing stage, or like into this newer version of yourself that takes care of themselves, that knows how to properly tend to their needs in a way that fuels them and allows them to thrive and be the best version of themselves. Say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind. I do feel like, okay, so I do feel like this is my like maybe relationship pile where you have been through, I don't want to say the ringer. Why is that coming to me? Been through the ringer in relationships or a particular relationship. But I do feel like there was, and it doesn't necessarily be romantic, but it could be, but it's something that has knocked your self-esteem off. Like it's caused you to feel like closed off, or like, I don't, like it's changed the trajectory of your life in a way that has not helped you, or not necessarily hasn't helped you, but you haven't quite gotten up out of the rut that it has caused, or you haven't quite processed the damage that was done, because you find yourself constantly like living in it, or like replaying it in your mind maybe. And I think that it has caused you to neglect yourself, which is why you have clicked on this reading, obviously. But I feel like it's caused you to neglect yourself in more ways than one. Not necessarily from an emotional sense, but just the way you take care of your physical body in itself is just, you may, and this may not be for everyone, but you may have found yourself in maybe a depressive state at times, just due to this relationship, or the way that this relationship has gone down. But with this Today I'm Flexible card, it says I will adapt to changes in my life with an open mind and a positive outlook. I think that that card speaks to you being able to take any situation that you're in and make the best of it. And that will definitely help you on your self-care journey. How it is that you could go about doing that is going to look different for everyone, but the flexibility of it is going to all look the same. This is about you not necessarily having expectations when it comes to things, and understanding that life is going to play out in a way that we won't always understand, and in a way that we won't always expect either. Like it's going to, like, you're going to have to be able to expand your mind and broaden your perspective when it comes to the results that you obtain throughout this life, throughout this journey, and not just with this particular situation, but just with life in general, because it comes with these twists and turns and these tower moments. Obviously, like I said, this had this thing change the trajectory of your life. This experience that you've gone through has changed the trajectory of your life, so much so that you don't even know how to take care of yourself anymore, or you don't feel like you do, at least. But the thing is, deep down inside, you do. With this Nourish Your Temple card, I feel like this speaks to not just what you're putting inside of your body. Maybe you're not eating enough. Like this is where the depressive state part comes into. If those of you who have been down and out or feeling like extremely down on your luck when it comes to these things, to the point where you're not eating or what you are eating, but it's just not of higher vibration. I'll say it like that. Like you're just eating whatever the hell is in front of you because you just don't see a need to take care of yourself in that way, or you're just not. But um this is about not only what you're feeding yourself physically, but what you're telling yourself, how you're viewing yourself, um and what you're allowing yourself to indulge in from an emotional aspect, from a physical aspect, from a spiritual aspect, from a mental aspect. What is it that you're putting inside of yourself or allowing yourself to be fed by? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting from this. You're definitely going to want to pay more attention to that because you are what you eat, literally. If this is the food you're intaking, you are what you eat, literally. Stop feeding yourself junk. Stop feeding yourself, and that's from all levels, food wise, what you're watching on TV, and because the music you're listening to, if you're constantly listening, if this isn't pertaining to it, like if this is pertaining to like romantic relationship, stop listening to that heartbreak music because it's just becoming you. Like you're just, and I get it, it helps you for a time, but then when you continuously do it, it's just like I'm surrounded by it. You're surrounding yourself with things that you know are not good for you, and that's where the flexibility is not allowed. Like because you just feel like it's a one-way street when it's really not. Um, Another thing that makes me think this is regarding a relationship or something like that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, is with this card, the pick one thing beyond your control, let it go. The relationship is beyond your control. You know, the outcome of it was beyond your control, and it's time for you to release it for what it is. And if it's meant to come back to you, then it will, and it'll come back in a better form once you're better. But you don't want it right now because you're not even in a space where you can take care of yourself. So how are you going to take care of a relationship? How are you going to take care of anything outside of yourself when the main priority and the main focus right now should just be you? And it's about being honest with yourself about that. It's about saying to yourself, like, listen, I'm not in a space where I can prioritize anything other than my needs right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. But with this your cute as hell card, I think again it's knocked you off your square. It's knocked you off your confidence, and you need to be told you are beautiful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Like literally, you were made in the image of God. Like He created you Himself with Him in mind. You know what I mean? You have a path, you have a purpose, and you have more to do than just sit and soak in this energy that is of your past. It's not becoming of you, and it's not enlightening you to anything new. You've already been past that stage. It's time for you to release it and let it go and open yourself up to new opportunities, to new spaces. Because right here it says someone is in need of your love, offer it to them. That doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're so focused on one thing that you're missing out on a whole nother. It could be romantic. If you've been soaking about this relationship for a while, this is about you getting back out there and owning that and like understanding, like, listen, okay, yeah, it happened. Your loss, not mine. Now, granted, if you were the one who was wrong in this situation, take that as it applies. But at the end of the day, if you're working towards being a better person and you've made amends with the fact that you were wrong or whatever the case may be, um, and they're not willing to accept it, you both are just it just didn't work. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world. There's a billion and 1 million people out there, and I guarantee you, if that's not your person, there's somebody who is, as long as you're willing to put the work in to get that. You know what I mean? But you're not going to get that being like cowering away in this what if energy. And I say that with love, honestly. I say that with care and concern because I understand it's not easy. I have been here before. But honestly, if somebody's not real with you and they continue to coddle you, or if you continue to coddle yourself, you'll never get anywhere. You'll never move. You'll never make that move. So I'm just trying to give it to you as real as I possibly can, or as real as it's coming to me, honestly, because I didn't have this same energy for the last pile. So I do feel like there's a sense of sternness that is necessary and needed here, or else I wouldn't have it. But it's about you taking that leap of faith, that leap of courage. Here, today I am brave. Today I will step up to every challenge with courage. This is the challenge, and you're going to face it head on. Why? Because you're capable. Why? Because you're going to make the right decisions in order to move yourself up out of this energy that you're in, this low, dark, unknown, uncertain energy that you're in. Because you have so much more to look forward to, and someone is looking for you. Someone is looking for you. So moving down here with the tarot cards with the Six of Pentacles, this kind of just piggybacks off this someone's in need of your love offer to them card. So here's the thing, with the Knight of Swords being next to it, the Knight of Swords is coming in hot right now. Okay, like I feel like this is the energy of someone just who honestly wants. This could have been you in the past. This could be you right now, like in a deeper sense, but this is you wanting that connection, wanting to be able to have that like give and take type energy, and not just so much give like I'm just pouring and pouring and pouring and draining myself and depleting myself of this energy. I want some sort of balance to come in. This is what my mind is gearing me up for. But then this tower energy comes in. This is either you thinking about the past, or you actually, it could go one of two ways. This could be playing out, replaying this tower moment in your head where everything just fell apart, the foundation was ruined, what you thought was really wasn't. But it, or it could be, like I said, this could be the moment that it happened and it just replaying in your mind, or it could just be the trajectory of the way things are, you're about to have the opportunity for it to go in. Because with the Hermit energy here, these are your two major arcana, the Tower and the Hermit. But oddly enough, even though the Hermit comes before the Tower and the you know, the natural order of things, it's coming after. This is you looking back at that situation, or that moment, that experience, and allowing it to enlighten you, being introspective about it and understanding it on a deeper level, not just the surface, not just taking it as, oh damn, it didn't work out for me. It's the why it didn't work out for you. It's the how can I be better moving forward. It's taking that wisdom, that knowledge, those experiences, and being a better, wiser person and dominating that shit. Well, the Hermit is masculine energy in the Rider-Waite version. This is about you actually taking action towards it. It's being still in this moment, but you still taking action towards it in a way where you're like, okay, I'm processing this because I'm gearing up to take this shit and release it with this Three of Swords. I don't take this as a negative card. This is something that's been a long time coming here. You've been holding on to it for so damn long. This is you actually releasing it, feeling the pain for what it is, and understanding like this was just a natural process of life. It literally had to happen in order to build me up. I had to get to this point where I've hit rock bottom, or what feels like rock bottom to me, in order to elevate, in order to appreciate, in order to master this part of my life, so that I can move forward from it, so that I can release this baggage, so that I can put that motherfucking shit on a plane and send it off on its own. Like honestly, like I'm getting this feeling of someone like you need this. This is what you need to do. You need to honor yourself, and in honoring yourself, you're going to honor your body. You're going to honor your surroundings. You're going to honor the things that you say. You're going to honor the things that you do, the things that you eat, the things that you think. Everything is all interconnected in some way. But it's going to allow you to, it's going to bring back that confidence within you that you had prior to this tower situation. You were literally on you were one track minded. Like this is all you wanted at one point. This is all you desired at one point. This is all you were looking forward towards at one point. And that's fair. Six of Pentacles energy is very fair. This is about like not a hierarchy, but like just a natural order of things. Like I said, and this is you aiming towards that, not really thinking too much about it. And then yeah, sure, some shit comes down and some shit comes and like knocks you off your square a bit. That's life, just life. You know what I mean? And it's going to happen more in life. Like you're not going to have this perfect cookie cutter life, and I don't think you're expecting that necessarily. But I think that sometimes when we get so caught up in the moment of things and this shit is going good, and then something happens, and maybe you're ignoring the red flags, or you're trying to turn them green, or maybe you're not necessarily ignoring the red flags, but you're trying to work through them. But then there's just something there that's just blocking it, and then there's the tower moment, something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be something you did, nothing necessarily on your end even, but it just happens that way. And it's like, well, damn, what do I do from here? You take that shit and you learn from it and you release it. That's it. That's it. Take it, learn from it, release it. Take it, learn from it, release it. And I'm not saying it has to be some quick overnight type shit. Nobody's saying that, obviously, because that would be fake as hell. And like, you probably wouldn't even process all the stuff you needed to. That's more so masking it. That's more so trying to put a band-aid over it and move forward, hopping from one thing to the next. Like, all right, fuck it, I'm good. Like, no, you're not, first of all. So it's good that you can feel these things. It's good that you're in tune with yourself enough to be like, damn, I'm feeling like this and I want to honor it. But at some point it becomes enabling it. And I think that's what's happening here, is you're enabling it and you're allowing it to be who you're not. Like, you're not this person, but you're turning yourself into it because you're staying down when you need to come up. It's time, as far as your self-care and your healing goes, it's time for you to come up. It's time for you to rise above this situation and not allow this tower moment, like to not stay in the rubble, not stay in the destruction, and not stay in the mess, and to actually see yourself for who you are. Allow, like, this is I believe this is the Star of David. When you think of David in the Bible and how he had, I mean, if you never read it, then I can't really, like, I can tell you about it, but like, reading it is one thing, but like, he went through so much stuff. Like, I'm telling you, so much shit. Like, from King Solomon or King Saul to fighting the giant, to just all of it. Like, it's just like, I love his story. I feel like we all could relate to anybody in the Bible, really. Like, we all have situations where we're just like, but there were moments where like he was stuck in situations where he was like backed into a corner, and like everybody was trying to come from him, everybody trying to kill him because they were more so jealous of him than anything. But I don't think that anybody's necessarily jealous of you. They could be shit, but because somebody's always looking at somebody else's life like, oh, I want that, blah blah, not knowing the whole damn story to it. So it could be, but I'm just saying it I'm just explaining the story to you. But like, he has so many trials and just issues with trying to keep the faith, or he always kept the faith, but like, just tangibly, like seeing it in front of his face, he would have to rely on faith a whole lot. And he was isolated a whole lot because he was doing a lot on his own, trying to fight shit off. But I mean, he had God the whole entire time, and I feel like that's something that you would do good to rely on, regardless of whatever your faith is. I think relying on a higher power, our creator, the one who created you, the one who put you here. You have to understand, this is bigger than just you. Something put you here. Like, you weren't just born for the hell of it. You have a purpose. And I think the sooner you understand that, the sooner you come to terms with that, the sooner you'll lift yourself up out of this energy where you just feel like, damn, I gotta stay stuck. Take that mental vacation, go wherever the fuck you want to go. If you can't go anywhere physically, like I said, but I think it should start as a mental vacation, even if you can go somewhere. Because if you were to take a physical vacation, even if it was staycation or something like that, you're still going to be thinking about this. This is not something you need to take a mental vacation. Take all that baggage with you. Write it down if you need to. Burn that shit when you get there. And don't come back with it. Don't come back with it. Transmute that shit into whatever it needs to be. Use that as fuel in order to get you up out of this, because you are beautiful. You are worthy. And I'm not talking about it just in a physical sense, because I don't even know what you look like. But for that card to come out, you probably bad as shit for real, and you just don't even know it. Like, no, but I'm sure you are. Shit, like I said, we all made in his image. There's somebody out there that thinks you are hot shit. Okay? So it's about understanding that, and not even just taking it like, okay, we're deeper than our skin. You are a soul, you are a spirit, and you have so many amazing qualities that you're not allowing to thrive because you won't look at yourself from a flexible, brave position. You're not allowing, you're just being too rigid with this. You're looking at it from a one track mind. And it doesn't have to be that way. So pile 3, this is what I'm picking up for you. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please let me know down in the comments below. As always, link to book with me will be in the description box also. And I thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or your night.